Mr. Churchill, and National Treasury, CS, Njuguna Ndung'u, have certainly committed criminal offences, abused office, and gone against the Constitution. They stole money from the Consolidated Fund in addition to spending money way above what Parliament approved. They must not only resign, they must also be prosecuted.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Does it mean that the Cabinet Minister of Treasury and the Cabinet Minister of Energy, Davis Churchill, is involved in this kind of deals that are happening in the government that Raila Odinga is coming out to expose? Just about few hours ago, Raila Odinga has come out again to expose the Cabinet Minister of Treasury, Njuguna Ndung'u, and the Cabinet Minister of Energy, Davis Churchill, when it comes to this oil deal saga. This comes after, again, Okia Omutata came out giving an inclusive details on how this oil deal saga in between Anne Jerry with these two cabinet ministers, how the money was withdrawn and how the money was intended to be used somewhere, as some individuals had decided that this money they were going to consume. And this is whatever Raila Odinga is.
Down while ours stay unchanged? Are we stuck with oil prices because the negotiators already locked the prices and the oil is coming in the quantities that was agreed?
Now, when you look at this kind of stories that are there in between these deals, I've seen Kenya Kwanza leaders. They're coming out blowing up, calling Raila Amolo Odinga names, calling Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta names. And the reality is, and the question that Raila Odinga is asking for is about transparency and questioning about government to government oil project and why they did not use national oil. Instead, they used government to government deal. And I think Kenyans want to know and understand the declared VAT and the banks that finance the contract deal. That is the question. But when you look at the way Raila Odinga is coming out to tell them, they're coming out blowing up as if Raila Odinga wants something. But the reality is here, Kenyans. When you look at the issue of this oil deal, is that Raila Odinga is coming to give you an eye-opener that there's something wrong here. It doesn't mean that Raila Odinga wants to have oil deal or oil tender. He might have a company that deals with oil or other petroleum products. But the reality is, it doesn't matter that Raila Odinga is doing this business. It doesn't matter that Raila Odinga wants the deal. But the reality that is there is, what is this G2G oil project, while the government, they don't want to use the national oil instead? That is the question we are asking. Because you cannot tell us that you are in a G2G deal, yet a private company is being deployed to import this oil, and some individuals who are coming out with their companies are government officials. So when Raila Odinga is coming out to say this, you're feeling like he is trying to have, or rather to request, a kind of tender or deal. The reality is, when this government came out telling us that they have a government-to-government oil deal, we thought like it was, for example, the government of Saudi Arabia and the government of Kenya, the government of United Arabs and the government of Kenya. The way you can see, the Uganda have come out to declare they're going to have G2G. And G2G is going to involve the government of Bahrain and the government of Uganda. The same to Tanzania. Tanzania is also having G2G. And this G2G is also connecting the government of Tanzania with another government outside Uganda. So when you look at the G2G of Kenya, it's lies. These people are lying to us because these are the same people who are going to import oil or petroleum products. Then they bring it to Kenya. They impose the prices they want to sell their oil at. At the same time, the government is just restlessly watching. They don't have anything to say about this oil that is being imported by this private company. So in other words, what we are seeing today is not government to government deal. It is simply private companies that have been deployed to import oil. Then after importing the oil, they come, they store, after storing, they sell at their own prices that they have decided. Then, in other words, you're being told, or rather, in other reasoning capacity, William Ruto is telling you that we are busy having agreement with Saudi Arabia or United Arabs, or United Emirates, which for us, we are not saying that. Because Uganda is having G2G oil deal, and that is why the prices of fuel is coming down. The same to Tanzania is having G2G, government to government deal, and that is why their prices is coming down. So the question is, who are these people who are behind all these kind of oil deals? Especially when you look at the Njuguna Ndung'u, the cabinet minister of treasury, and also the cabinet minister of energy. There's something that they do understand behind the scene when it comes to the importation of this oil. So when you look at them coming out angry at Raila Amolo Odinga, that why is he coming out to lecture us? He is not lecturing you. He's coming out to tell the truth. The reality is, this government is fooling us. They're doing business with this kind of G2G deal, and they're benefiting themselves. Because if William Ruto had powers and they're having G2G kind of oil deal, then today he could have come out to reduce the prices. But the prices is not coming down because it is not G2G deal. It is a private company where the owners are the officials in this government and they're doing business with this deal. So when Raila Odinga is coming out to say, you people, you're breaking up, you're saying, oh, Raila Odinga anatudanganya, hiyo ni ukweli. Hiyo ni ukweli tupu. Na ndio maana unaona wamekasirika, wanakuja kutu lecture. They should not come out and lecture us. They should come out and tell the truth, that this is the pure truth we are seeing with our two eyes. So these cabinet ministers, two of them, also they're being connected with the issue of Algeria when it comes to the oil that was imported. They must come also to answer who came out withdrawing these 17 billion Kenyan shillings. I saw a certain political analyst coming out to say that this 17 billion Kenyan shillings was withdrawn in the regime of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Stop fooling Kenyans. We are not stupid. You cannot come out to analyze and telling us that 17 billion Kenyan shillings was withdrawn in the regime of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. This 17 billion Kenyan shillings was withdrawn July this year. At that time, where William Ruto was the president, the cabinet ministers were fully in control on their ministries. So you cannot fool us that now hizo pesa zilitolewa kwa regime Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. If the Uhuru Kenyatta's government was bad, at the same time, William Ruto's government is bad. Hao ndio wanatuletea shida. Na kama shida ilikuwa Jubilee, ile shida bado ina repeat inafanyika kwa Kenya kwanza, because these people that don't care, they don't want to understand what we are feeling about the burden that you are seeing today. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about whatever Raila Amolo Odinga is saying? Is he saying the truth or lies? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video.